What's the intro? You're live. What are you guys doing?
And you're watching CTV on the Higher Learning Network. Yeah, right.
Hi, I'm Brandon,
I am Wilson.
and we're students at Betty Shabazz International Charter School.
And this podcast rendered on class number 4.
And today's topic is violence between boys and girls.
Hey Brandon, do you think boys are trained to not hit girls?
I believe that everyone thinks that boys should not hit girls. But what are your views about it?
I feel like you shouldn't put your hand back on them. You should just go. If you ain't got no sister, just go tell your adult or something like that. Cause see me, I got sisters. A lot of them, so I go to my sisters.
But I have a sister too. But me personally, I feel like if a girl hits you, they don't usually get in trouble. Boy, if a boy hits a girl, everyone flips out. So I don't know. It's just I've always never agreed with that.
They said we supposed to be 10 times younger than a girl, so they said their hits don't hurt. So we shouldn't. They said it shouldn't hurt.
I feel like that's not the truth. Because I know a lot of girls that are very strong and they lift weights.
What are you thinking about? What do you think about fights? Like boys and girls are fighting and stuff like that.
Like when boys and girls fight, if the girl swings first and she hits the boy, I feel like the boy should be able to defend herself, no matter what. Because I feel like everybody should have equal rights. But we shouldn't be able to just hit girls, because that's not right. That is a female. You shouldn't want to hit them. But if they do hit you, you should be able to hit them back, even though we don't encourage that.
I feel like I'm not gonna do anything. I'm just gonna protect myself, tell the adult, and tell my sisters.
Tell an adult is like the first option, but if you're not a child, like you're a grown man and a grown female hits you, I feel like girls should be taught to not hit boys either. I feel like it shouldn't just be on us; it should be on them too.
I feel the same. Girls shouldn't hit boys. Boys shouldn't hit girls. I feel like we should have peace in the world.
Yeah, but anyways, more on that later. But if you want to join this conversation, call in at 563-999-3035. Press 1 to speak. Also, when a boy hits a girl and no one does anything, because if you hit a girl, you can go to jail for domestic violence. And I feel like I feel like it should be a law that if a girl hits a boy, it should be domestic violence and they should go to jail too.
Because the only reason they don't, because men are stronger than women scientifically. You know what I'm trying to say? Like scientifically, they say men are stronger than women. So it'll be easier for us to hurt a female, than a girl to hurt a male.
What do you do if you're in that situation?
If I was in that situation, my first idea would be to go to adult, because sometimes other men, if you get hit by women, instead of hitting them back, and sometimes men will get mad at you for hitting the women, and some other times they would be like, You just let that girl hit you. Personally, I wouldn't take that. And personally, I wouldn't take that either. Oh, looks like we have comments. For Dodge said yes.
I feel like
And Jameer Jones said podcast. Amazing podcast, guys.
I feel like boys should not put their hands on females because like they're the ones that really make us. I know males make actually produces us, but like the males is the one that has us. So I feel like we should put our hands on them.
You mean females have us?
Yeah, females. Yeah, yeah.
Because anytime a boy will hit a girl, people always say, "Would you want somebody doing your mom like that?" And I feel like that's a difficult question because even though a man, if like a man, if your mom hits a man and he hits her back, nobody will want a man to hit their mom either way. But even if she was in the wrong, nobody would want their mom to get hit by a man.
I feel like if my mom put your hands on you, take it as a man because you know it doesn't hurt as hard. So I feel like you should just take it as a man and don't put your hands on her. It's like you put your
Louder.
hands on her, try to put your hands on me.
Because it's different. It's different situations. Because when it happens to you, you're gonna be like, no matter what, you don't want to get hit, or you don't want your friend or your sister or your mom to get hurt like that. But if it's a girl that hit you, why isn't it the same thing reflected on them as it reflected on us?
Because, like I said, scientifically, boys are stronger than females. And we can take more than females. See, we're the ones that go out to work jobs, and most women don't in the
But
city of America.
but in today's reasons, not all cases, some women are actually stronger than some men. Because not all men are just scientifically, yeah, but physically these days, not all women are stronger than men. But some men are still stronger than women.
Most men are stronger than
But it's some women that are trained fighters, and some men are weak and frail sometimes. So you never know.
women. How I feel like it'd be hard to come up just meet a boxer or somebody like that just randomly and just argue with them and a man to put their hands on. Most of the time it's people mothers, like people that hasn't fight and then like that'll say something because women have I'm not trying to be respectful to women, like they got smart mouths. So like they
I
say they won't.
I do understand that because there are a lot of girls that will insinuate a fight with a man just because they don't have attention. But I'm not trying to be disrespectful to women, even though sometimes they start problems. And I can't lie, men do start problems too. But if a girl starts a problem with a boy and she puts her hands on him, she should expect to get hit back.
I feel like most most male that start stuff, I feel like they're
Do you guys think people who are defending themselves against bullies should get suspended?
no, no.
Repeat
You're
the
sticking up
question
for
for the
yourself.
audience in case they didn't hear it.
Do you think people who are defending themselves should get suspended from that bully?
I feel like if a bully hits you, no matter what gender they are, and you hit them back, you shouldn't get in trouble. Even if they hit you first, you shouldn't get in trouble for a fight.
I feel like if you let an adult know and all that first, and if
Speak up.
nothing doesn't happen, I feel like you should fight back after a while. And if it's a female, you tell an adult and you get it solved on a different level.
Because when you hear the definition of bully, and in movies, bullies, they like take your lunch money, call you a nerd, shove you in a locker, beat you up, give you a swirly or something. But like, I feel like all of that is fake. Some bullies are not even physically hurting you. Some of them are cyberbullying. And if a girl cyberbullies you, just block them.
And we have a caller.
Repeat the number. Say the number aloud.
And if you want to join this podcast, call 563-999-3035.
Repeat.
Who
Press
are
1 to
you
speak.
and where are you calling from?
Well, I'm Miss Latif, and I am from Chicago and on the South Side. And I would like to know if a person is suspended from school for fighting and they come back to school, wouldn't they still be angry at the person that they fought? And is there a way to help the two people who had a fight resolve the problem? And if there is, then is there something else a person could do to make up for fighting rather than just being suspended? Like maybe they should do some extra work or do some kind of service, because being out of school means they miss some school, which kind of is hard on the teachers when they come back and they miss stuff, and then it's hard on the parents. The parents have to try to provide, but the problem that caused the fight might still not be solved. So is there a way to resolve the problem after they have a fight? And do you think that would maybe be a better way to address the fight?
Yeah, I feel like at my old school, how I used to at my old school, they'll sit the kids down and talk and try to solve what happened. And if something still happens, they both got to clean up and like raise money for like the field trips after school.
I also would say that if you get into a fight at school and you get suspended for it and you feel like you did nothing wrong, and the other person hit you first, they should be suspended. Because I know some schools just suspend both people for fighting, no questions asked. But I feel like that's not right.
What would you guys do if you saw someone getting bullied and about to get in a fight? Would you help that person, or would you leave them to get bullied and beaten?
Like, it depends. If someone is mean to you and you see them get bullied, not all the time would you want to help them. But some people just step up just because they're nice. But everybody's not like that.
Well, me personally, I feel like if I got an opportunity to tell an adult, I'll tell an adult. But if I don't, I would. I hope. Most of the time, I'll probably do it myself.
Cause if I see my friend getting bullied and they're about to get in a fight, some people they would jump in the fight to help their friend, and I feel like that's what get most people caught up in trouble, helping their friends. But
And that is it for our call. Thank you for calling.
Wrap. Close up. Close it up.
and
We have another caller.
Okay.
Who are you? Where are you calling from?
What's your name?
Well, how about that? A lot of enthusiasm when I just got here a few seconds ago. That isn't that nice. My name's Joe. I saw on your description page about how boys should act around girls. Once they do,
60 seconds.
I don't know what the consensus is, but I would teach my son if the first time if a girl wants to act like a mean girl and try to impress her girlfriends and hits you in the playground, just to be mean, just to be cool, you say to her, stop. Okay? Then you try to walk away. Now, if she pursues it, if she continues it the next day or the day after, put it frankly, you knock the bitch out. Nobody should
I'm
put
sorry,
hands
but our time
on
is running out.
anyone,
and
because if they do, then you have the right to protect yourself. And I don't want to hear the argument, but the boys are just so much stronger.
all right, sir. Thank you for calling. We have to.
And the girls knew that.
All right, sir. Thank you for calling. Goodbye. And thank you guys for watching the Higher Learning TV show. And I want to give a special shout out to Carrie and Nolan. Thank you guys for watching.
Thanks for watching the Higher Learning Network.
And strength.